Hello, Audrey Scully, Purity Natural Healing. I have been, I've invited Rob Pearce to come and we're just going to do an informal discussion about energy. Rob actually sent me an email saying, can you tell me more about it? And I was going to write about it, but then I thought, actually, it'd be better if we talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. So thank you, Rob, for coming and agreeing to be on camera.
Yeah, the reason I emailed you is because I'm fascinated by the subject of energy, what it is, where it comes from, the different kinds of energy there are, such as positive energy, negative energy, healing energy, how we can tap into it and harness it, and what things we can use to tap in and harness it. So if you can start, basically what, in your opinion, is energy and where does it come from?
Energy. I'm not really that scientifically minded. I didn't pay attention in physics. However, energy is all around us, and that is scientifically proved. We are all energy. Everything is energy. The way that we use energy, obviously, we get it from what we drink, what we eat, and the energy around. So I know a lot of people poo-poo the full moon. However, the moon, the sun, the wind, and that has an effect on us because we're all part of the universe. Although Western culture tries to tell us that we're separate, we're not. And the way, in a healing type of world, or the body's energy, it's not just constrained to the body. We've got energy, like I said, going all around us. And if you know how to get more energy, that is obviously a bonus and will help you on a health level as well as a mental and emotional level.
Talking of which, so what is the difference between physical energy and mental energy?
Physical energy, that's a good question. Physical energy is the energy you use to do, actual physical things, get you around. It's not. I don't think it's any different. I think it's all the same energy, but it's just how the body assimilates the energy, and how it uses the energy in different ways.
Yeah,
and of course that also is down to the blood circulation. So if you're getting enough nutrients in your blood, you're getting enough oxygen in, you're getting enough water in your blood, minerals and everything, and the systems are flowing properly, then you'll be probably at, if not your ultimate health peak, not far off it. There's also, we know in biology that the physical systems, but we also have the energy systems which are different to the physical system. So when I say physical system, I mean the circulation, the urinary system, digestive system. So, the different systems, although they are separate, they are all again intermingled. And we have what's called the meridian system, which is the energy pathways in your body. So a lot of people are aware of that. Acupuncturists work on the meridians, on the acupressure points. You've got various points in your body that are called acupressure points. And in these points, each acupressure point has its own function. So if, you've got something wrong with you, the acupuncturist will know, well, if I put, a needle in here and here and here, that will help that meridian to flow better. And I do a similar sort of thing with the chi reflexology, because I'm using acupressure points, but also I'm working on the meridians. But the Taoists discovered that each organ has its own energy, and that energy then goes around the body through the meridians. So you've got lots and lots of different options when you're treating somebody or helping someone. And because I know where the meridians, the pathways are, if people come to me for let's say they've got, like, say you come in, you say, oh, I've got shoulder problems here. You know, this is hurting there, and I'll say that exactly where. And I know, so if it's here, I know it's small intestine energy. Down here, it's heart energy. Coming down here is, you know, you've got your various energies going down to your fingers and coming back up again. And well, some go down and end there, and some start there and go up. And each finger has a different meridian on it, and each toe has a different meridian to the fingers, to the hand.
So how many different meridians are there?
Well, there's 12 that we know of, but there's more than that. But the majority of people work on the 12 meridians.
Yeah.
So you have on your thumb, you have your lung meridian, and then you've got your large intestine. And also what they've done is they've paired the energies up. So you've got lung and large intestines are partner energies. You've got your middle finger is pericardium. So you've probably not heard of pericardium. No. Pericardium is the heart protector. So it's, you know, you get pericardium, it's like a layer around the heart that protects the heart. But on an emotional level, people with carpal tunnel syndrome, carpal tunnel, you know, if you ask, have you had a lot of emotional stuff going on?
I've always got emotional stuff going on.
But really, really, yeah, quite trauma and things like that. And then there's this one is called the triple heater, triple burner. And that's just like 3 compartments in your body. To do it, just explain it basically. Just 3 compartments in your body like that just fires up. And then this one is you've got your heart and your small intestines, meridians.
So is there a difference between your left hand and your right hand?
No, they're the same on both hands.
Right.
Yeah, it's the feet that are different. So on your feet, your big toe, you've got 2, like in here, you've got the 2 meridians. On the big toe, you've got the spleen and the liver. On your second toe, it's the stomach meridian. The middle toe, now on a lot of charts, they don't have the energy going up to the middle toe. They have it stopping here, just under the ball of the toe. And if you look on all the charts, that's known as K1, kidney 1, or bubbling spring. And the reason being is that the Taoists, they wanted, that is the point, the acupressure point, where the earth energies come up into our bodies. And they wanted that to be kidney 1, and they made that kidney 1. However, the kidney energy goes up to the middle toe. So the middle toe is the kidney meridian.
Right.
And then the 4th toe is the gallbladder meridian. So that, as well as being the digestive, you know, part of the digestion, it is also mentally the day-to-day decision making. And when I do reflexology, I do find a lot of people on that toe or that meridian, they've got an imbalance. And that's just normal because we're all stressed out, we're all actioning, we're all in our heads, and well, not all of us, but you know, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. So, you know, it's not surprising that toe, you know, that meridian shows up. And then the little toe is the bladder meridian. Now, that is the meridian that where you release your rubbish, you know. And on on an energetic level, that is a toe that you release the energy, the unwanted energy as well.
So in a typical session then, how do you use that information?
How do I use that information? I just, if it's chi reflex, like if I'm working on the feet, I pick up things that are like, it could be that hard area, it could be an area where I feel like I could sink into. So it's something, and the person might experience sharp pain. So if you're experiencing, to me, on an energetic level, sharp pain means there's too much energy in that area. If it's hard and lumpy, there's too much energy. So I just do a technique, and I just ask your body to calm it down. And your body will do it either immediately or over the next few days. So with the chi reflexology, that's really respectful because I'm just asking your body to do it. I'm not forcing. There's some techniques, you know, when they're really getting in the treatments you have, and they're like really, especially when you're having a massage and you're getting the elbows in and things like that, actually forcing the body. Then the body's got to recover from that before it can then sort itself out. So I just say, okay, your body knows what I want. Your body knows what I'm asking it to do. So I don't have to say to you, right, I want you to come down here and focus on this finger and think that is going to calm down, right? I just do a technique, I do a message, and then your body knows straight away what I'm talking about.
How does that work? In what way does it know what you want?
Right. Every cell in your body is like a universe.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got an intelligence of its own. I don't know exactly how that works and how your body knows what it wants. I just know that it works.
Right.
Okay. So on if you want to say on a subconscious level, on an energetic level, you are communicating. I am communicating with your body, with the cells in your body or the energies in your body, and I'm bypassing this thinking computer.
Yeah, I suppose really it could be done through, we started talking about energy, through rather electromagnetic energy that we must all give off and receive.
Yeah, you've got the electromagnetic energy. Yeah. You've got the body communicates. It's got lots of communication. What's the word? Avenues. Yeah. You know. So you can't just have one. You can't just have the electromagnetic. You can't just have the, the brain sending nerve things down. I believe anyway, it's a interaction of quite a few, not just one specific. Although they do have different functions and they do different things. The explanation, or the thing that really fascinates me, is when I'm treating people. I actually, and people, or you could feel things being lifted and going away and disappearing out of your body. Now, how do you explain that? You know, what's causing that? And I actually quite often feel things, especially if I'm doing a massage, suddenly I might feel this pain going up my arm from you, or I might feel a really weird sensation. There was one person I was massaging and I was explaining this to her. And I was massaging, I was doing a full body massage and I came to her hands. And I was massaging this part of her arm. And suddenly I screamed because I felt like a sewing needle had gone right up my thumb there. And this was the energy that that was releasing from her. But to me, it felt like I'd had a needle pushed up my thumb. And I'm like, ah! So fortunately, we were talking about it, and she wasn't there being quiet. And then suddenly, I screamed out. Yeah.
Do crystals fit into all of this? Because I've read somewhere that crystals transmit energy as well.
Yeah, everything transmits energy.
Yeah.
And crystals have their own energy field, and definitely do. I don't know. Have you ever held a crystal? Have you ever felt anything from a crystal?
I have held crystals, but I've never really felt anything from them when I hold them.
Yeah. Okay.
Why that would be, I don't know.
And do you hold them in one hand or both hands?
When you say that, do you mean hold a crystal literally with two hands?
No.
Or do you mean a crystal in each?
Try one hand and then try putting the same crystal in another hand and seeing if you do feel anything.
I've held them in both hands at various different times. I've never tried holding one in one hand and then switching it to the other. To see if there's any difference.
Yeah. The reason why you don't feel things, everybody has their level of sensitivity. So if somebody's really sensitive, and like lots of my friends, lots of people I know, they are like empaths. So they can actually feel when they go in a room, they can feel what the room's like, they can feel what other people are like. They're very, very sensitive. Sometimes I can do it. I don't do it all the time. I can't do it all the time. So it all depends on what level of sensitivity you are as to what you pick up. And some people are more sensitive in feeling things. Others are they're visualizing, or they're actually seeing things through the visual. So the third eye, or through their eyes, is more predominant. Others can it's like their taste is the way they taste. So we all have our areas where we are better at feeling and sensing things than others. So when you're feeling a crystal, even though you might not be able to feel anything from it, doesn't mean to say nothing's happening. Just having a crystal near you or on you or something, you might then suddenly think, oh, actually, I'm feeling a lot better now.
Yeah.
What I do is I actually get people to put what I call an etheric crystal. So I just say, okay, I want you to put a rose quartz crystal into your heart chakra, which is in the middle of your heart. And so either people see it they can actually go like that and put it in, feel it in. Some people actually feel it in their hands and then they put it in their bodies. Others just imagine it's there. And obviously there are some people who can't do that, but that's fine. Or, they don't feel anything or see anything. But what I love is the feedback I get when people do it.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, so what's happening? Can you feel anything? Can you see anything? And then majority of them come back, and they're like, oh my goodness, it's just my body just gone, or, oh, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that. And that is like wonderful.
Is there a particular crystal that is stronger than all of the others, or that works better than all the others?
Yeah, there are some that are really powerful. But again, it's down to the individual. If you're talking like we are now about whether you can feel it or not, but they are very, very powerful crystals, and you can have the same crystal, and one can be more powerful than the other. So they've all got their own energy. I love the amethyst crystals, and I don't know if you've seen it. Like the geodes are like massive. You can get really big ones.
Yeah,
and I'm just there going like,
amethyst, are those the ones that they're just purple ones, and it's not so little like mountains sticking
That's
up.
right. Yeah. They're very good for cleansing things. So you can put your hands. What I normally do is I'll just put my hands there, and then just let it just take all the I like to call it unwanted energies as opposed to negative energies. And I didn't know, but somebody told me recently that they have amethyst crystals, and they never have to clean them. And I just thought, wow, they said it never gets dust on it, doesn't get any hot cobwebs, things like that, and you're just like, okay. Because a lot of crystals you have to recharge. So people do that by either running it underwater or soaking it inside a vinegar, and then they put it either outside, usually when the full moon's on or in the moonlight, to recharge it, or you can put it back in the earth and let it get its energies back.
I've heard of putting them in the sun. I've never heard of putting them back in the earth.
You can do that.
Yeah. Presumably there must be energy lines running through the earth anyway.
Well, there is energy everywhere, isn't there? But,
is that, do you know, earlier on you talked about being an empath. Is that why sometimes you can pick up on things? I mean, like a person can come into a room, not particularly frowning or anything like that, and without even opening the mouth, you can say, "What's the matter? What's up?" Yeah. Is that why?
We've got the energy inside our body, but we also have it outside. So you've heard the term aura?
Yeah.
Your aura. So our energy field actually extend, and it can extend right out. And I'm talking like to the next city or even worldwide, or we can extend our energies out.
Yeah.
Right? But normally our energy field is probably, I don't know, that wide or a bit wider. So when people are coming into your field, you can pick up on other people. I don't know if you've ever gone past somebody and gone like that. Or you just like
no, I've never done that. I do pick up quite a lot on how people feel, and And I also have experienced it in the past where I've known something's wrong with someone, even though they're miles away.
Yeah.
I picked up the phone and phoned them up, say, you're all right. It's turned out they're not.
Yeah.
And you can just, for some reason, sense it.
Yeah.
We've
got lots of abilities. People call it psychic abilities. Everybody's got them.
Yeah.
I'm saying nobody's different from others. The reason people are different is because, like I said, so we've got the empaths, so the ones who feel, the ones who see things and sense things, the ones who smell things, and so we all have that, but certain ones are stronger within us, and we can develop the others if we want. You picking up on somebody could be because they're thinking of you, or you have that connection with that person. And how many times have you thought of somebody and you've either seen them, or you phoned up, or it's all that interconnectivity, and of course law of attraction. If you're thinking and you're focusing on something, then they come into, but and telepathy, we can all do that as well. I went on an animal communications course a couple of years ago, and I thought I was going on it to see if I could help my son's dog, if I could communicate with it. And I ended up bringing a cat home. And I wasn't an animal lover at the time. Yeah. And what happened then, it was at the RSPCA in Sheffield. Yeah. So you think it would be at some sort of up some mountain in this weird little cabin or something. But it was the RSPCA that held this communications course. And the lady, it was a 2-day course. And the first day, she brought people in with their animals, and we had to communicate, and the owners would tell us what the answers were. So I got like 50-50 right. And the next day, in the morning, they brought a dog out. And it's just laid there having its tummy rubbed in while we were asking it questions telepathically. And I think one of the first questions we had to ask was, what home would you like to go to? So we asked, got eyes, goes, what home would you like to go to? And in the afternoon, this cat comes out, and before we saw the cat, I could hear her going, meow, meow, really loud, and I'm thinking, what a noisy cat. And she came out, and she's like about that big. She's so small. And she was at the front rubbing, it was P. Horsley, who was the animal communicator, teaching us. And she was called Vicky at the time, the cat. Vicky was rubbing her head against these P's trainers. And we had to ask, what home would you like to go to? So I'm sat there with my eyes closed. What home would you like to go to? And I got yours. And I'm like, what? Because I knew that was not me saying it. Because sometimes you do it and you're like, is that me saying it? I'm not sure. And I'm like, I knew that was not me. So I said to her in my head, if you want to come to me, to live with me, I want you to walk to me. You've got to come. This is a cat.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm watching her, and she's there going like this. And then suddenly she stands up and she walks to me.
Really?
And she walked under my chair and walked round. So in my head, I'm going, thank you so much for that. But now, just to confirm, can you now? And I got this voice going, Audrey, you've just asked her to do something and she's done it. What more proof do you want? And I'm like, oh, all right then.
Well, I don't like cats, so I'd have been thinking, don't come near me. Right, you can go up the other end. But I've read before that horses are really good for autistic children.
Yes.
Because there'd be some either empathy or connection that calms the children down.
Majority of animals. I mean, have you seen where dogs are going into hospitals and into homes, and people are, petting them, stroking them? The animals do pick up on what's happening with you, and they know whether you're ill or not, or whether you're happy. And I know some of them are a bit mardy, and especially cats are just like, no, just leave me alone. But I think it's been proven that if you stroke your animals, it's really calming sensation. Yeah. So whether it's the interaction with the chemicals on your hands, it helps to calm you down. And
it's funny that, because someone was telling me the other day that Do you remember that tsunami there were years ago?
Yeah,
Like
in Sri Lanka and all that, yeah.
Right. They were telling me that not one animal found dead.
Yeah.
They all knew what were coming. Right. And it, I suppose, in the way that, do you know when you see birds flying in the sky and they all change direction at the same time?
Yeah.
And you think, how do they do that? How do they think so quick?
Yeah.
Maybe there is this sort of grid, if you like, that's transmitting energy that they're tapping into that we don't yet have the ability to be able to do.
Yeah. Well,
almost like, I suppose, like we've discovered electricity and we've discovered microwaves, but all we did was discover them. They were there before. We just discovered it.
Yeah.
And if these energy lines, shall we say, are there now, it's just that we haven't discovered a way to actually use it that the animals have.
I think we do use it, and there are people who are really sensitive and pick up on things like that. But again, it's down to being aware that is, what is affecting us. And
so, are there other ways to increase that awareness then?
Yeah, definitely. The best way is to do meditation.
When I say meditation, is there a simple way to do that? Because you imagine some sort of Buddhist monk sat there on the mountain that took 40 years to get to that level.
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can do it
easily and quickly? Yes.
Yeah.
Just by breathing.
Quicker or easier?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're never going to be as effective as that Tibetan monk, but are there certain lower levels, shall we say, that you can do?
Yeah, easier, basic levels.
Yeah.
Do you do meditation?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Right. The most simplest way is just to sit, and I just did an interview earlier on, and I was saying the same thing. Is just to sit and close your eyes and just breathe. Take a deep breath in. But while you're taking your deep breath, focus on, so just to clear your mind, get you out of your mind, you just say, breathe, I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Obviously, you're not saying it aloud, you say it in your mind. So you go, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And you do the breath as slow as you can. And the reason you're thinking breathing in, breathing out, is to stop yourself thinking, I've got to go there, I've got to do this, I've got shopping to do. And it's focusing, and by closing your eyes, you're shutting out all the visual distraction. And when I do that, I just feel my body just really relaxing, and it just centers you and grounds you. Because sometimes I'm like, I feel a lot sprazzy. But when I do that, you just feel your body going, oh, really good. And it is really good to do. It only takes you, I was speaking at a seminar recently, and I did this with the people there. And the question I got afterwards was like, but what I don't seem to have time to do a meditation. And I said, how long did we spend just now? How long did that take? And it was only a couple of minutes. And already she felt the effects. I said, you don't have to do long meditation. The ideal time for a meditation is 15 minutes. 15 minutes, yeah. If you do a 15-minute meditation every day, that will, even a 5-minute one really helps. But so no meditation. And I mean, somebody said the other day, I'm going to do a 2-hour one, and I'm like, what? No. But that's what they love. That's what they really enjoy. I don't do long meditations. No. It is nice when I get the chance. I'm going to get the chance, and when I do it, but generally it's probably 15 minutes is the most I do, unless I've got a recording one, a guided one, that's longer, But definitely. So when you're doing your meditation, what you're doing is you're connecting with your inner self. And that's where your insights come from. That's where your, what you're going to do. It gives you clarity. When your clarity comes from, you're calmer. You're more receptive. You're in your receptive mode, right? So you're able to receive from what I call the non-physical, because there's lots of communication going on. There's lots of energies. and a lot of your ideas, a lot of your peace of mind and everything like that comes from your non-physical side.
Do you know the best time I've ever found for getting ideas? Right. As daft as it sounds, is ironing. Because you know when you're ironing, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but when you're ironing, your brain is not having to think about what your hands are doing. You can do it automatically. So your brain just wanders. It's free to wander, and you're not thinking about anything because you don't have to think about the ironing. So you can have a blank mind. And when you get a blank mind like that, just ideas are popping into it from all over the place.
Because you're in your receptive mode.
Yeah.
Again, you're out of your headspace. Gardening, walking, ironing, although I don't like ironing.
I love it.
Things like that, where you're, like you said, you just wander off, your mind wanders off. And then suddenly you're like, oh, this is coming in, that's coming in. You're decluttering your brain from the day-to-day stuff. And then you're allowing yourself to be in, like I said, in the receptive mode, and that's when the ideas and the other things come in.
So we've discussed obviously crystals and the meridians and energy. Where does music fit into all of this?
Music.
Yeah.
Again, music is another form of energy. It's like you say, all these waves, these vibrational waves. And music is really, obviously, depending on what sort of music you listen to, the music is really, really good, again, to uplift you. You can have the uplifting music. It's a universal language. It's the universal language of the world. You've just got to put a piece of music up. You look around the world, and these songs that go all around the world, number one all around the world, and you're just like, it doesn't matter what language you speak, people are like that dancing away, and that song Happy, because I'm happy, and they did a video, and they went round, people around the world were doing videos of dancing to it and doing all sorts of things, and they sent it to Farrell. And he was just saying like, oh my God, he says, it was just so emotional when he saw all these videos, these people around the world, Africa, all the continents sending videos of them dancing and doing all sorts to that song. And that's the power of music, There was one, the classical, some of the classical music, I just wanted to go, because it was so heavy. I'm like, how do people listen to this? It's really depressing me.
I think the classical music, it brings moods and energy levels down. Which is why people find it relaxing.
There's lots of lovely classical, like you say, that relaxes you. I'm talking about, and I don't know who the composer is. There's one, and it's really, really heavy, and and then when I was talking about this, he said, he was going through a depressing mood stage, and I'm like, I know. But no, I like to listen, and it depends on where I am. So if I want to, like say, relax, put that calm, relaxing music on. If I want to get like uplifted, I put that like dancing music on. But it's the universal language of the world, and something that can quickly help you move, like you say, change your moods. Change where you're at.
So in terms of, just to recap, when obviously noticing the differences between positive energy, negative energy, and healing energy, right? What would you say either the first three or the top three things you can do yourself? I mean, obviously you mentioned meditation, presumably that's one of them. What would you say are another two?
To help yourself?
To raise your energy levels, or to bring in more healing energy into your life. If meditation's one, what would you say two others are?
Two others are, again, like I said, it all depends to you. It depends on music, definitely. Music to me, it's definitely music. And they say just walking is really, really good because you're using the muscles are going, you're out there in the fresh air. And again, your mind can just go. You know, I have so many people who say to me when I come home from work, I have to go for a walk because it just clears my mind. And it's something that's free.
Yeah. Talking of going for a walk, I mean, obviously we've mentioned music, but often another mood alter, shall we say, like things like countryside views.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the countryside, it seems to have a calming effect on you.
Yes. Yeah. And again, it's because as you're looking at it, and it's the energies as well. So wherever you're going, you're picking up energy. You're walking through energy. You've got the earth energies. You're walking in the grass. You've got the energies from the trees. Even the buildings. I love it when I see buildings because I'm just like, oh, you know, I don't feel the energies. Well, especially when I'm driving. I'll be driving, and if I'm driving through trees, I'm like breathing it all in, and I'm like, thank you for your energies, thank you, you know. And houses have energies, you know. And I mean, you look at some buildings and you just go, wow, don't you? How amazing is that? And then obviously you've got other buildings that aren't as nice, but you're still in that energy, and you're in that field.
Yeah. Well, I think with that, in particular with buildings, I think things, no matter what they are, things create feelings, and you can only imagine that those feelings are created by the energy that thing is giving off.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So obviously, a building will give off a certain feeling, and it obviously differs from person to person. Yeah. But a building will give off feelings. A person will give off feelings. A situation will give off feelings. Just the same as like you put somebody in the countryside, right? That will give off certain feelings. You put somebody in amongst the mountains, and that will give off certain feelings. You put somebody in the middle of a nightclub, and that will give off certain feelings. Yeah. Not good ones. But do you know what I mean?
Most of the time it's good ones, yeah. And the thing is like, obviously if it's making you feel good, then that's amazing. But if it's not making you feel good, then it's up to you to lift yourself up there as well.
Yeah.
And a very simple thing to do is to, and I'll just ask you to do that if you won't mind, is to just close your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to expect.
You can see what I'm doing on the video afterwards.
I don't want to. Go on.
So it's to close your eyes and to just taking a deep breath, a couple of deep breaths, just let your body relax. Okay. And I just want you to think about something that really upsets you, that really gets to you, and you know, so it might not be something that you've experienced, but it could be something that when you think of it, it really gets you wound up.
Do I need to be telling you about what it is?
No.
Because that will depend, obviously, on what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
As to what I want to share.
Yeah. No.
Right, something that gets me really wound up. Right, yeah, go on.
So with me, it's middle lane drivers. Right, okay, so just be aware of how you're feeling as you're thinking of that. Yeah, I mean, if you could just share that with me, just let me know.
My arms feel tense from my shoulders down to my thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the angle of where my elbow is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's going like.
Yeah, really like sharp. Yeah. Right, now what I want you to do is to think about something that you love. Either that you love, someone who you love, it could be a child, it could be an adult. And I know you don't like animals, so I won't say animals. But a lot of people, they just love their animals. Or like you say, going in the mountains or in the countryside, being on a beach. Okay, so if you can just conjure that image up or just think about it. Yeah, and now tell me how you're feeling.
The angles where my elbows have gone,
yeah,
and my shoulders there just feel rounded and further back.
Yeah.
So it's, I suppose it's a difference between feeling
Yeah.
with that, which I suppose in a way it feels like the difference is actually in the neck, because on one it's slightly forward, which immediately like stiffens everything up, and the other it's further back, which immediately softens everything up.
And how do you feel? Yeah, and how do you feel in yourself? Do you feel lighter or happier or?
I feel better, but then I always do when I think about what I'm thinking about.
And that proves my point.
Or should I say who I'm thinking about?
Yeah, yeah, and I know that's me. But that's proved my point. See how easy you can go to something that really winds you up, really gets you going. I mean, how long did that take to go from that stage?
Instant.
Instant.
Yeah.
And that's what we can do.
Yeah.
And we don't do it.
No.
And that's because we don't. A lot of the time, we don't know how to do it, or we don't know that we can do it.
Yeah.
And that is another one of my missions, is to go out there and say to people, you can be happier, you can be in a better place than where you are now, and I can show you how.
Yeah.
And also, again, as you're doing that, as you've done that, if we could test your frequency, your vibration, as you did the two things, you know, the first one would be your vibration would be down here. The second one, you would definitely be higher. And as you raise your vibrations, then you start to attract better things. So
it's as easy as that.
It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is as well is to keep that going. And we're all human, so we have our dips. But what you'll find is that you don't dip as low. You keep practicing that, you won't dip as low. So you'll go from that to more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean I've become more aware of this in the past couple of years. And if if something affects me now, I don't go down as far as I used to. I'll just dip down and I'll go, okay, I know how to get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is the key. Get yourself back up there, get yourself in that higher vibration, higher level. And you not only will you feel better, but everybody else will benefit from it. And beautiful things, beautiful people come to you. When I say beautiful, I don't mean aesthetically, that included, but things happen, your abundance increases.
So if anyone that's watching wants to either get out of a situation that they're in or feel better about a situation that they're in, or move away from feeling like that, what do they need to do?
Come to me.
Come to you.
Come to me.
All right.
Yeah, there are lots of people out there who can help. Initially, obviously do the little things that I've just explained. The breathing, the thinking about somebody or something or whatever that they're really connected to, that they love or who they love, and so they're like the first steps. Drink lots of water. Water is very important. Alkaline water, it's still same colour as ordinary water, but alkaline water is very beneficial.
Where do you get that from?
It's a machine that we have.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Andrea Wallen, she is a distributor, and I'm going to get one soon. But yeah, that helps the pH balance in your body.
It's almost sweet.
Yeah.
Tastes different to normal water.
It does. And the water that we have in Sheffield's not that bad actually. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to it.
Yeah. And also the cells in that water are smaller than ordinary tap water.
Yeah.
So it gets into your cells more. Yeah. There's a lady I know who drinks 3 litres of water. And I think she drank this water for 5 days, and she said she only needed 2 litres.
Yeah.
Because it was getting in quicker. And it does help people with lots of, it helps you feel better. But there's a lady who's got severe arthritis, and she drinks this and she can go on the treadmill. And she went on holiday, and when she came back, she seized up again, and when she came back on the water, back on the treadmill. Amazing.
What do they call it?
It's called Kangan water.
Kangan water.
If anybody wants to know that, let me know. Yeah, and of course, you know, if you can eat natural foods, because when you eat fresh food, you are actually eating, you know, you are getting the energy, the energy from that, you know, plant, vegetable, meat, piece of meat. And you're getting that directly as well into your body. Whereas obviously processed food is like not much energy. Yeah. It might not be all, but it's the fresher you can eat, you know.
It's dead energy as opposed to live energy.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah. More or less live energy. So yeah, it's all around us, you know. But yeah, definitely water, because not only does it hydrate you, it's every cell in your body needs water. And a lot of people with backache, back trouble, it's because they've not got enough fluid between the vertebrae. And when you drink water, the fluid gets between the vertebrae.
Right.
So, like, you know, yeah, water is very, very important. And people say, well, I drink cups of teas and that, but the liver and the kidneys got to separate everything to get to the water. Whereas if you drink just water, it just gets into your system quicker. And of course, it flushes all the rubbish out as well. So, yes. Okay.
So, meditating.
Yeah.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
Having crystals around.
Yeah.
And drinking Kangan water.
Yeah. And thinking of happy things, happy thoughts.
Thinking of happy things.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. It's been really interesting talking to you about that.
Thank you. And thank you.
However long.
I know.
15 minutes.
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and thank you for letting me explain, because we had some questions, but as usual, I love it when, you know, what direction it takes you, different directions. And if it's helped anybody, that's even better. That's fantastic.
Right. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rob. If you want to get hold of, to contact me, Purity Natural Healing on Facebook, or message me on puritynh@outlook.com, or Google me, Audrey Scully. And Rob Pearce is a marketing consultant. Business growth. Yes, so he'll help your business get up there. So thank you very much, Rob. Really enjoyed this. And you know now how to lift yourself up. Yep. You raise me up. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.